Hi, welcome back to Dr. VASU'S lectures. In continuation of our C programming, let us see a new topic called C tokens. Let us see what is meant by tokens and what are they in C. So here, a token is one which is the smallest individual unit of a program. In the entire programming process, we get so many things, and in this process, we get a small piece of used in the writing of a program. So it's the smallest individual unit. So what are the C tokens? So there are keywords, identifiers, and constants, and strings, special symbols, operators. These are all different words or different things, smallest things which are used in C. Let us understand what are they actually and what are they, where are they used, how are they used and all. So coming to this, okay, before proceeding further, like, share and comment and subscribe to Dr. VASU'S lectures and get more videos. I will see all your comments and I will respond to them. Okay. Okay. Next, continuing C tokens, keywords. Let us see what is a keyword. Predefined or reserved words or system defined words. The system in C itself already have some words or some elements which are defined or reserved or used by the system itself. System has defined, right? And there are 32 keywords. In C, 32 keywords are there. They are, for example, you can see integer, float, character, short, double, void, if, do, while. Like this, we have 32 keywords. These words are already defined by the system. So we should not use them. If we try to use them for a different purpose, it gives an error because they are already defined for a specific purpose. Now we cannot change their purpose. They are meant for a specific purpose and they should be used for that purpose only. So we cannot use them for a different purpose. That's why we cannot use them for the other way. Now, they have a specific meaning, specific functioning, right? Can be used for our variables. Suppose if we take this char and I want to use it for a string or something else, it cannot be because this character is used for a define a particular character only, one letter. And I cannot use it for some integer or some value, some other purpose. So this should be taken care of. Next comes the identifiers. The identifiers user-defined names for variables, functions, arrays, and structures. So don't worry, why all these words, arrays and structures, all these new words you are hearing. Don't worry, we are going to discuss all these elements in detail in the forthcoming videos. So what are the variables, functions, arrays, and all these things? Next. Now, suppose coming to these variables, I have given a name A. A is used to define an integer, right? Or something, right? To address something, say something is assigned to A. That is, A is an integer. It can carry integer values. Suppose X is a float. It can carry a float, a number with a decimal values. So like this, we can use X, Y, number, NO number is different, NUM number is different, and salary, for salary I used sal and also sal. This and this one both are different because here it is a capital letter used here for the first letter and here a small letter. Both are different, right? Next, count. to count anything. Marks in suppose subject 1 or semester 1, marks, total, percentage. Like this, we can define these variables, right? They are all identifiers. Their values can change during the execution of the program. While executing, suppose initially I have given a is equal to 10. In the process of calculations, its value may be changed and it can be carrying a is equal to maybe 15 or 20 or something else. Keywords not permitted. I cannot take a keyword int and I cannot define int is equal to something. Already these keywords are used for a purpose as we have discussed. So except these keywords, 32 keywords, we can use anything, right? Like A, B, C, D, Z, X, Y, or NUM, NAM, NAME name, something like that. And the thing is, there should not be any blank spaces. Like here, I want to have a space between these two gap. For that, I used an underscore, but not gap. Gap is not allowed. Whenever you want to have some number or something, some extension, you can have an underscore like this. So I want to have a percentage 1, but that percentage 1 is defined like this. So likewise, without any blank spaces, you can define. And the length of these variables or functions, all these can be a maximum length of 31 characters. 31 characters can be used with in between some underscores or something like this. Okay, next. Constants. Constant, some value. Variables means their value can be changed in the process, in the programming. A initially, suppose is given 5. Later, it may be carrying 6 or 10 or 100, whatever it is. Coming to the constants, their value is constant throughout the program, that particular program. Once A is equal to given 100, A means 100, that's it, right? Pi, suppose I define pi. Pi value 3.14. Pi is 3.14 only. We cannot change. Pi is equal to some 6 or 7, something like. So, whatever you define for a constant, it is constant value throughout. So, using a constant, we use them. And these constants are defined using hash define like this. We will see all this clearly again. Next comes the strings. Strings means a continuous number of characters, right? An array of characters. We call it as array. We come to know, we'll understand what is an array and all clearly later. Now, for the time being, just understand A and square brackets is equal to quotation. This is an array of characters. Number of characters are taken, right? Some 5, 10 characters, 15 characters, or 4 characters. Like this, we can take some characters, and when they are continuously put like this, it is called an array, right? And this is actually a string. Now, name, this is another array, right? I define this name as one array, which is having a number of letters in this separately. Rama, R-A-M-A. These 4 letters are given to this array named Rama. Right? An array named name. Name is the array. So Rama, R-A, not Rama, R-A-M-A are the characters assigned in this array. We will come to know clearly all this in detail later. Next comes the special symbols. Special symbols, there can be curly brackets, square brackets, round brackets, hash, star, like this, comma, full stop, like this will be used. Next comes the operators. These operators are of different types. Operators, we can have arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, increment or decrement operators, or assignment operators, or bitwise operators and conditional. These are say different types of operators. Operators in the sense we take some two different elements and what the some sort of operation we are doing them on them. That is an operator, right? Some sort of operation. Something. Suppose if you take two integers and add them, subtract them, multiply them, or compare them. One is bigger, one is smaller. Which one is bigger? So we need two numbers to compare. So like this, what are the things we perform on them? These are all operators, different operators. Let us see in brief. Let us go through them. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators in the sense mathematical operations being carried out on these values. They can be addition, right? Adding, subtraction, multiplication, or division, modulus. It gives the remainder. Modulus, it gives the remainder. So modulus is 1. So like this, mathematical operations are being performed like this. Relational operators. Relation, right? Comparing numbers. Like which one is bigger, which one is smaller, which are equal. So like this, we can compare these operators. They are equal to or not equal to, right? Don't worry for the time being. We are going to discuss each and every thing here in detail, right? What is a not equal to? When you are comparing two numbers, whether they are equal or not equal. If they are equal, we do something. If they are not equal, we do something. We perform something on them. For that purpose, these are used. We'll see. We'll discuss them in detail. Similarly, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Like this, we have relational operators. We compare. When comparing, we get these relational operators. Similarly, logical operators. Logic, we perform logical AND, right? For that, we have a symbol like this, and logical or logical NOT. These are the logic operations we perform on them. Next, called increment or decrement operators. Increment means increasing, right? Increasing by something. Decrement, decreasing. So increment operators are plus, we use them. Decrement, you may wonder, suppose if you are first time you are seeing this, why this plus and plus both are put together? Generally, we would have seen only one plus operator so far. But now you are seeing two operators, plus and plus. Why so? We'll discuss. We'll get all the details later. Assignment operator. So assigning something. Suppose A is equal to, I want to give a value 10 to a variable A. That assignment, I'm assigning this value to A. That is obtained with the help of this assignment operator, right? Like addition and assignment. Here, both two operations can be combined. Like I'm adding as well as assigning, subtracting and assigning, right? Multiplication and assigning, division and assigning, modulus operator and assigning. So like this, we use these operators, right? We'll discuss. Don't worry. We will discuss in detail later. Next comes bitwise operators. We know that zeros and ones form the bits. On these bits, we perform certain operations. They are called bitwise operators. Bitwise and symbol is used. Bitwise OR, right? Or bitwise exclusive OR. So these are called bitwise operators. What happens when you perform these operations? We will see. Complement is one, right? Left shift, right shift. These are all. What happens when you use the left shift, right shift like this? Conditional operator. Next comes the conditional operator. This condition means we use for a particular at one particular condition, we are bound to take some decisions. Suppose if something happens, we take a decision. If something else happens, we take another decision. Example, suppose condition means, suppose if it is raining, right? Then we'll carry an umbrella. Suppose if it is not raining, I don't need an umbrella. So like that, we use these conditional operators. We'll get them clearly later. Next, there is another way of defining the operators like unary operators, binary operators, and ternary operations. This is another way of classifying operators. Coming to these unary operators, they are applied to single operand. When you are performing an operation on a particular thing, that is called an operand. Suppose I want to assign, n value is suppose 10. I want to make it 11. Then initial 10 is taken here, initial value of n. I'm adding 1 here. That becomes 11. So this n is equal to, don't think of this thing in the mathematics. If you say n is equal to n plus 1 in mathematics, it is an absurd, ridiculous, right? Because n cannot be equal to n plus 1. But here in computers, computer language, computer terminology, this is different. This n is equal to n plus 1 means this n value, n is something. On the right side, you have something. On the right side, suppose if you have 10, that means this value 10 is given to n, is assigned to 10. So what is happening here? Initially, suppose n is 1, n is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Now, after this statement, the value of n is not 1. It has become 2. Suppose if n is equal to 100 initially, now the 100 plus 1 becomes 101. So from now onwards, after this statement, n value becomes 101. Likewise, if it is n is equal to n minus 1, suppose if we write like this, initially if it is 100, now after this statement, n value becomes 99 because 100 minus 1, 99. So this is another way of writing these statements. We will see them later clearly, right, in the next videos. So don't worry for the time being, because here we are performing only operations on one operand. Operand in the sense, one which is being affected, one which is being used. So this is called unary operators. Suppose next one is binary operators. Binary by means 2. When you have 2 operands, we call it as binary operators. That means applied between 2 operands, like A plus B. A is one operand, B is another operand. These 2 are added. So 2 operands are added, are subtracted, multiplied, divided, division. So here in all these cases, we have 2 operators. These 2 operators, because we have 2 operators, we call it binary operators. Next comes ternary operators. Here, 3 operators are used in execution, right? They are conditional statements, conditional operators. Earlier also we have discussed just now. Condition, if something is happening, some condition is there, that means something happens. Okay, so here it is used in conditional statements like if it is raining, you carry an umbrella. If it is not raining, you don't need an umbrella. If your age is 18 years, you are eligible for a driving license. If you are not 18 years, then something else should happen. That is not eligible. So we are using this question mark symbol and a colon. If this is happening, right? If this happens, it should follow this. you should follow this one. If it is not happening, you should follow this one. That's why this condition, basing on a particular condition, these two things can happen. So that's why you call this as a ternary operations. So these are all the other way of defining the operators. Okay, so friends, so far we have discussed the tokens. In the next video, we are going to see data and data types in the next video. Thank you very much. Subscribe to Dr. Vasu's lectures. Good day.